And welcome back. So in this lesson we're going to have a look at the learning state, which is understanding how we can learn more effectively and more easily. So what this is learning to adapt the learning state. Now that state is a place of relaxation, peace and calm where things flow in more easily. So without further ado, let's get started into the learning state. Now, the learning state involves the person being in a relaxed, focused state which facilitates learning. The person instructing or teaching should watch the students, in this case I can't unfortunately, for the initial signs of relaxation. As that person notices that relaxation, verify it by making the following statements. That's right. That's it. Very good. And the like. Now, while I'm not able to do this for you guys, unfortunately, I want you to just relax during each of these lessons and notice those signs of relaxation. So now moving straight into the process for enhanced learning. Now this is where this really comes into play. So if you are a teacher or instructor of any type, this is a way to get your students to retain information better. So you want to ask your students to put their eyes up and centered, as if they're looking for a space between the eyebrows. Now a spot on the ceiling will do. So with everything, try and have it just up above eye level, so they're moving their eyes, but not their whole head. Now closely watch your students for the first signs of relaxation and centeredness. Now there are certain signs to look out for, which is the rate of respiration. It should be nice, slow and calm. Muscle tension in the face. It shouldn't be tight. Their face should drop a little bit. And the size of pupils and more that tell you that they're in a relaxed, almost trance-like state. And then once again you want to verify that relaxation in the students and anchor it in, as we'll get into anchoring a bit later, but using those phrases, that's right, very good, and the like. Then you want to ask them to remain just as relaxed, with their mind relaxed, and to move their eyes down and to focus on you, the teacher. So moving it down now. So each and every lesson, or each time you come back to this course, I want you to just get into that spot of relaxation and then come back down. Ready to learn, ready to focus, ready to retain that information. Now this is the ideal learning state. There is also evidence that this technique may synchronize both hemispheres of the brain. And then here we're looking at how we learn. So when we first start out, we're unconscious, unconsciously unskilled or incompetent. We don't know that we don't know. Then we move into consciously unskilled, so we know that we don't know. Then consciously skilled, so we have to think about what we do before it becomes automatic. So the unconsciously unskilled, incompetent, unskilled and ignorant of it. Once again, don't know that we don't know. Consciously unskilled, incompetent, intelligent enough to recognize the fact that we're unskilled and know that we don't know. Then we move into consciously skilled and competent, learning and developing more and more skill and understanding. Super conscious of what we're doing. We have to focus in on what we're actually doing. Then unconsciously skilled. The learnings become an integrated part of you. They become automatic. Know that we know and do automatically. So think of a sports person. They didn't start out as an elite level athlete. They didn't start out up here. They started down here, learning. Well, it's just kicking a ball or throwing a punch or whatever. Everybody should be able to throw a punch. Not knowing the technique and everything else behind it, then they start to realize that, no, I'm not getting the most power out of my punch, blah, blah, blah. Until then, they know they're doing it, but they've got to focus on it so much. Until then, you put them in the ring or on the soccer field or anything, and they're just able to perform instantly. It's second nature to them. But anyway, guys, that is a little bit about how we learn. At the moment, you might be at the unconsciously unskilled incompetent, not knowing anything about this course, not knowing anything about the subject of NLP. Or you may have a little bit of skill. But here, we want to take you to that unconsciously skilled, so you can just do automatically. Use those anchors, change someone's strategies, integrate someone's parts, maybe for selling, maybe for their own personal development. But anyway, guys, we'll get into all that a lot later. But for now, that's the end of this lesson, and I'll see you in the next one.